Yo, well, great day. This is Sawan Belcher. This is me taking action on IG. And here we talk about business, finance, and real estate, how to make as much money in a 30-day period as possible while cherry picking the very best deals for yourself. Okay. And everybody kind of sees me throwing around properties, throwing around checks. And they always ask me, like, how do you buy so many houses? So today I want to drop the ball and give you the game on how you can buy as many houses as you want. Let's go. So there's a couple keys to the puzzle, okay? If you're gonna do a deal with none of your own money, right? Without none of your own credit, you have to have some leverage, okay? Those leverage points is time, knowledge, and money. Okay, those are your three leverage points. Okay, since you're not going to bring the money, you need to have time and you need to have knowledge. So the first thing you need to be doing is literally make some time in your schedule. Okay, I know you got the 9 to 5, I get it, but you have to work on yourself, right? You have to, like Jim Rohn said, you can make a living at your 9 to 5. You can make a fortune working on yourself, working in your own business. So that's what you need to do. You need to take the time, set aside, block some time every single day. You got to be consistent. It can't be, a couple times a week. It has to be every single day and put forth actionable steps that you can do every single day. Okay. And you need to, in the beginning, you need to take that time to acquire knowledge. So you can use tools and apps like Clubhouse, YouTube, or just by clicking in my bio and going to the course where I have 50 videos showing you how to find, fund, and buy real estate deals without none of your own money. So that's what you got to do first. Okay. So in my business, once we have an opportunity, right, we have a couple ways that we can buy these transactions. We can buy these houses with none of our own money. Okay. The first way is we actually get a property under contract, right? The seller, we're the buyer. Okay. And then while we have our due diligence period, which is typically like 30 days. Okay. We will go out and find a cash buyer, okay? Or even somebody that's getting a loan. We'll go out and find a buyer that is okay with the speed and convenient, process, that's willing to put down a non-refundable deposit. Honestly, most of the time I like for that buyer to do kind of like a sight unseen, kind of deal, because that makes it easy for me. I don't want to do no work, okay? I'm lazy, let's be honest. So that's the first way, okay? We get a property on the contract, we find a buyer. So what happens is at closing, right, at your attorney's office or your title company, you'll have to find out which one your state is, attorney or title. What'll happen is you'll take that purchase agreement to him, they'll do the title search for you, and then you'll take the second purchase agreement for your B2C, right? And they'll prepare the title for that one. So your B2C, when your buyer brings the money for closing B2C, that'll transfer over to closing A to B, okay? And you will be left with the difference, okay? I just did this yesterday on 2. I purchased a house for 26. I sold it for 40. I was left with the spread, okay? I don't know the math, okay? I think it was 14 or 15 grand. And I did that on 2 of them. So imagine if you can do 2 deals like that on the same day and take home a check of 29, 30 grand in one day, okay? So that's the first way. The next way is for you to raise the money, okay? Raise the money so you can do whatever you want with the property. Raising the money means that you are able to find money, right? Money's all around you, by the way. They printed out trillions of dollars in the last, in the last 18 months for everybody to have, okay? So you can raise the money through so many different sources. You can raise the money through grants for your business, okay? Check out my girl, Grant Bay. You can raise the money from other people who have cash in their bank, okay? You can raise the money from others who have cash in their 401k, and that's not bringing along a swift return. I typically provide multiple programs, right? I call them programs because I'm making them up, right? I provide multiple programs for my investors to lend to me so I can buy as many properties as I want, okay? And here we go. Okay, you need to write these down because these are exactly how I pitch it. Okay, whenever I run across somebody, period, at the bank, at the bar, wherever. I always tell people I buy houses with other people's money while paying them double-digit returns. Doesn't that sound nice? Okay. So what I'm doing is, while I'm looking for these opportunities, okay, I will also be looking for people that want to gain an interest on their money. Okay, let's think about the people who's going to want to do that. Okay, your 401k or your IRA, they do that. So think about IRA companies. Okay, you got it. Think about dentists. Okay, they make a lot of money. They need tax write-offs, especially if they don't have kids or houses. They want tax write-offs. They want to, they want to spread their wings. Think about contractors. Okay. Think about the foreigner who's trying to convert their money to US dollars. Okay. There's so many people that have money. Think about your local neighborhood, dealer who's trying to make his money real, and he's trying to spread his money because he wants to change his life. There's so many people that need your help. You just have to connect with them. Okay. So I typically do it in a couple different programs, short-term and long-term. So whenever somebody comes into my circle and they say, hey, I'd consider investing, okay, they want to make, 8 to 12% returns, okay, I ask them, do they want long-term returns or they want short-term returns, okay, and I have different programs for them. The first one, okay, that I really like, okay, is when we have an opportunity where we're taking over somebody's mortgage subject to, typically they're behind on payments and the house needs a little work and we have to give the seller some money, okay? Typically, I'm going to one of my investors and asking them for the money that's behind, the rehab money, and the money to pay the attorney and the seller when we purchase the house. That person will go on the deed of trust and be served a promissory note. So they're protected. They have brick and mortar. This is not crypto. This is not stocks. It can't go down to zero. It's land. It's hard. Okay. So they're going on as a promissory note and a deed of trust with me. Okay. They get to diversify their portfolio and earn, once again, 8 to 12% returns monthly. Okay. Monthly. I love doing that. Okay. The next one that we have is when we actually have an opportunity that we can buy for cash, quote unquote, fix it up and resell it. So that's a short-term lending situation. So we'll typically have a house that we're going to rehab and resell. So that person is my investor, the people who want short-term returns, less than 12 months, okay, 6 to 12 months, they're going to give me the cash for the purchase. Okay. They're also going to give me the cash for the rehab. And when I sell it, they won't get payments, but when I sell it, they will get all of their interest, compound interest, at the time of sale. Are you seeing where I'm going with this? You have to have some value. They have to have some value. You put that together and it makes money. So look, that was 1 and 2. All right. So we got a couple more ways that we're working with people to help them with returns and to help us gain access to funding so we can buy as many properties as we want. I mean, think about it. If you're able to just go out and make offers on properties, get them under contract, and next thing you know, you have a portfolio of 1, 2, 3, 5, 30 houses, right? Think about it. If the average rent in the area is $800 and you got 30 houses, think about that. You gotta check every single day coming into your account for $800. Imagine how that can change your life. Imagine how that could set your time free, right? Imagine how innovative you could be. Imagine how much love you could show to your kids and to your wife because money comes to you easily, frequently, and in abundance, okay? And that's just the traditional way. What if you did some, untraditional ways like my boy TJ Tajani, or like Jesse or like Jay Massey, and you furnished the house, right? You got a traveling nurse to come in and the hospital paid 4x that, I actually just connected with an agency that's willing to pay $120 a day for a 60-day minimum, right? That's like over $7,000 for a property that I would normally rent out for $850 or $900. So imagine that money coming into your account, right? money comes to you easily, frequently, and in abundance. Okay, that's the importance of raising capital, right? Once again, you have to find opportunities. Okay, so that means you got to have time and you got to have the knowledge to do so. Right, get those properties under contract and bring them to guys who have money that want to diversify. Okay, so the next third way that you're going to raise money, so you don't have to put any money in the deal. Okay, by the way, stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to show you in these transactions how I'm getting paid. Okay, how I'm getting paid. So the third way is for you to actually do a promissory note and deed of trust, and they're in first position. Okay, they're just like a mortgage. For example, you guys know I have the duplex. So I paid, I got like a note of 45 grand on that one, and I pay a monthly payment to my private money lender, for 15 years on that property. Okay, they're literally a first position note. Okay, and there's a long-term hold for me, and bada boom, bada bang. Okay, he's getting paid 10% on that one. I'm getting paid, I think, $800 or $900 a month on that one. Gravy. Okay, add it to the portfolio, cash flow. Let's go. No money in. Okay, the fourth way. This way is the only way I do this. Okay, the only way I'm doing this particular way, this is a killer strategy. The only way I do this, because now I want 100% of the ownership. With this last one, you have to actually give up a portion of the equity. With those other three, you're not. They're just a debt service. Okay. Now with this last one here, what's happening is a person typically comes to me and says, "Hey, Sawan, I like what you're doing. I want to do multiple properties with you in a short amount of time." Okay. And we're going to hold them and we're going to keep them as rentals. So what I'll do is we'll create an LLC. Now, once again, since this is giving up 50% of ownership, I typically charge these people $10,000 up front. I'll create the LLC with their company name or with their personal name, however they want to do it, and with my company name, and we'll own the LLC together. And all of the properties we'll buy, they'll provide the funding for it, rehab, purchase, and all. Okay, and we'll own that property 50-50. I'll do all of the work, and literally all the funds will go back into the account so that way we can split 50%. Okay, and once again, this is not the best way that I hold properties, but it is the best way for them to hold equity in the property. Like I said, it's a win-win. It's not supposed to be all about us. It has to be a mutual benefit. And so I don't prefer this one, but I do have an LLC that I do this with, Triad Housing Group, and I love doing it with my man Kendall, and it's great. We have like 9 or 10 properties in it like that, and it works out. So you got the first way where you can have an opportunity where you take over a loan, okay, and you get your private money guy to give you money to catch up the rehab, right? To catch up the payments, do the rehab, and supply a tenant. You got and get you a tenant to rent out, and you're paying them monthly. Okay. You got the second way, which is a shorter term, 12 months or less, where you're buying a property, quote unquote, cash, and you're rehabbing it to sell, and there's no payments. You're just paying your private money guy at the end. Okay. You have the third way, which is your private money giving you all the money up front. You're using a little portion of that, just a little portion of that, to rehab the property, and you making them payments for 15 to 20 years, okay, on a 6 to 10% note, and it's just a long-term hold for him and you. And then lastly, you have somebody that has, that has a lot of cash that wants to hold equity in the property. And like I said, they pay me $10,000. I'll create the LLC for us, and I'll do all the work to help the company make money and to help them grow their money as best as I can, tax-free. Okay. So on every single one of those, okay, every single one of those, I get paid a fee up front. That's the most important part. Your deal finding company, your wholesaling company is made by fees, assignment fees, whatever. So be sure you have multiple entities where you are passing through. For example, Okay, I have Buy Triad Homes LLC, and I have Belcher and Belcher Properties LLC. Okay, whenever I'm funding a deal, right, I'm funding the cash from Belcher and Belcher Properties, okay, which is a 50-50 equity LLC. Okay, Buy Triad Homes is charging Belcher and Belcher an assignment fee. So we're getting paid up front so we can pay for our marketing, so we can pay for our staff, right? So we can keep our business going. So don't forget that while you're holding property. Your wholesaling company and your rental company or your fix and flip company are all different entities. So you can get paid up front, you can get paid in the middle while you're making cash flow, and you can get paid at the end, all while raising private money from other people, okay? And not having to use any of your own money or credit, okay? Now, drop some flames in the comments, you know, if you're gonna go out and practice these strategies. If you're not, you're wasting time, okay? You're wasting time. Money is cheap right now. People are throwing the money your way, okay? Stocks is loose. Okay, the economy is loose, so everybody's looking for something hard to keep their money in, and real estate's not going nowhere. Because remember, if a house burned down, you still got land to sell. Okay, so go out, start marketing for deals. Okay, make some time to start marketing for deals. Make some time to start learning how to find deals. Okay, and then you'll be able to connect the money with your deals so you can make monthly cash flow. Literally, I get a check every single day from one purchase, from one amount of work. That could be you. Remember, this is you taking action. You can do it. You got it. Have a blessed day, y'all. Let's get it.
I like that.
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah, I like that.
I like that too.
Huh?
I like that.
Yep.